Hey everyone, welcome back to another farm video. Today we are going to be building a peaceful or starter iron farm that doesn't require a zombie. This farm produces 150 plus iron per hour. For all my Bedrock player subscribers, I have some bad news. This farm will not work on your game, as this is a Java Edition iron farm. However, I have a Bedrock iron farm on my channel, so you guys can go check that one out. So everyone, grab your blueprints, grab your mouses, and let's head over to where we are going to start building this farm. Now that we are at our build site, let's open our blueprint and take a look at the resources we are going to use. These resources here can be any building block of your choice. I just use these blocks to make the farm look a little bit cleaner. So we are going to need 78 terracotta, 64 dirt, 19 glass, 28 slabs, 38 fences, 5 fence gates, 8 ladders, 5 beds, 4 chests, 3 hoppers, 64 torches, 2 buckets of water, 1 bucket of lava, and 5 villagers. Now that we know the resources we are going to use, let's put our blueprints in our back pockets, put our nail bags on, and let's build this farm. The total area of this iron farm is a 12 by 13 area, so please take this into account before constructing this farm. To start things off, we want to come to the very corner and place one of our building blocks on this point. Now jump on top of this block and build up a further 7 blocks, making it a total of 8. So continuing with our building blocks, we want to come to our left a further 8 blocks, making it a total of 9. So now we want to come out on our right side and we want to come out a further 7 blocks, making this side a total of 8. Now that we have our 2 dimensions on that point and this point, we want to connect the dots and fill it all in. This is what your platform should look like from a bird's eye view. So on the side that has a total of 9 blocks, we want to find the middle of it. So come 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is our center block right here. Then come 1, 2, and 3, destroy this block, and place a hopper and a piece of glass. So now that our hopper has been placed and the piece of glass has been placed, we want to come to the left of the glass, skip a block, and then place a block, and then add 2 more blocks on top of that. So now we want to build up 2 blocks and place a bed on top of these 3 blocks that we just placed. So now that we have one of our beds in place, we want to grab our 4 remaining beds and put them in a line beside the current bed. Now remove these blocks. We now want to grab our glass and pillar up on top of the beds. So now that we are on top of our beds, we want to place a temporary block to the right of our pillar so that we can place our glass right here, and then we can wrap that all the way around so the villagers can't escape. Make sure to leave this piece of glass here vacant so you can place a block here and get out, and then you can place that glass. We now want to remove these temporary blocks all the way down to our platform. Our next step involves grabbing our crimson fences. Once again, these can be any types of fences or building blocks. I just use these to make the farm look a little bit better. So start by placing a bit of dirt on the edge of your platform. Grab your fences and then place one on top of the dirt. Then you can wrap this all the way around your platform. You now want to jump down and dig out this 3x1 area so we can create an infinite water source. So place a water bucket there and a water bucket there. So what this means now is that we can continuously fill up our water buckets without travelling to an ocean. To get back up, let's temporarily place our ladders on this dirt pillar. So now that we're back up on top with our water buckets, we want to grab our water buckets and place one in each corner. Before we place this third one, put your fence in and then place the water bucket. So let's work on our killing mechanism. We're going to need our fence gates so that we can trap the lava and stop it from spreading. For our fence gates, you're going to need nether wood, as overworld wood will burn. So we will need to use crimson or warped wood. So now come to the end of our beds and then come to the middle and place a fence gate right underneath it. So now come to the side where the bed heads are, and we want to skip the middle block, and to the left and the right of the middle block, we want to place 2 more fence gates. In between those 2 fence gates, place a temporary block and then a fence gate hanging out. We now want to place our last fence gate directly below that dirt block. You can then remove that block and place the lava where that dirt block was. As you can see, the lava is not spreading, and once the golems come in, they're 3 blocks high, so they will hit this lava and start to burn. To complete this mechanism, we just want to now open up all the gates. We can now get rid of this pillar. So let's work on some storage. Start by placing a chest directly underneath the hopper, and then a chest to the left underneath the glass. So that's the reason why we put that glass there, so we can still open up the chest. Grab your temporary blocks and place a block underneath that chest and then a double chest in front of that. You can then remove that dirt block and place a hopper facing into that chest. Below this chest right here, place our remaining building blocks all the way to ground level. Then we can place our ladders all the way up to those chests. So the very last thing that we need to do to get this farm functional is to put our villagers in. Like I said at the start of the video, we're going to need a total of 5 villagers. The easiest way to get villagers up into their beds is to simply start by placing a staircase all the way up to it. Here is a side view of the staircase to make it a little bit more clear. So we now have our villagers ready to go into their beds, and to do this without a rail and a minecart is to simply wait to nighttime. So now that we are at nighttime, we want to slowly release 1 villager at a time, and he will slowly track all the way up to his bed. He will come out, track his bed like you just saw the particles right there. He'll come up all the way to the staircase and basically drop down into the beds and start sleeping. As you saw right there. So let's do that again. Break out the villager. He will poke his head out, and as you see, the green particles mean he's found a bed. So he'll go all the way up to the staircase, drop down, and go into one of those beds. Let's do the remaining 3 villagers. We now want to come all the way up to the top of our staircase, and the last thing we want to do is place a roof over our villagers' heads so they don't get struck by lightning. To build our roof, we want to build up a total of 4 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then on top of that block, we want to place a slab. Make sure that this slab is a bottom slab, because if this is a top slab, iron golems will spawn on your roof. So now that our slab has been placed, we want to create a perimeter like the glass is below, but then we want to fill it in. You can now remove these 4 blocks, and then you can remove your staircase. You'll want to make sure that you come up a total of 4 blocks, then place a slab, because if you don't and come lower, villagers will still turn into witches when struck by lightning. So make sure to come up that total of 4 blocks and place your slab on top of that. As you can see, an iron golem has spawned and he is starting to die in the lava, so the villagers are doing their jobs, and as you can see, this farm is fully functional without a zombie. You will also notice that our iron is ready to be collected, and it'll be in this bottom chest right here. Once this chest fills up, it'll go into this hopper and then into that chest, creating more storage. The last thing I strongly recommend you should do is to light up your area around the farm so that mobs don't spawn and blow up your farm. So roughly on average, about a total of 10 to 12 iron golems should spawn every Minecraft day. So we AFK'd this farm for a total of 1 hour, and as you can see, the golems are spawning very rapidly without a zombie. And in 1 hour, it produced a total of 183 iron. I highly recommend sleeping through the night as the farm works best during the day. This farm took me less than 20 minutes to build, and it generates 150 plus iron per hour. This is a great iron farm for your new world or your peaceful world. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you require further help with this farm, be sure to join my personal Discord and we will be sure to help you out. So thank you guys for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.